When talking about technology, I think it's super important to talk about the effectiveness of the technology that we are implementing and exploring, as well as the innovativeness to make sure that we are pushing the envelope in an effective way. Like I said, making sure that what we are doing is going to transfer later in life when scholars are pursuing STEM careers. This year, I feel like there was a lot of pruning with technology inside of my classroom for me personally. I felt like scholars were so over and inundated with 50 different apps in the past 2 years with online learning and remote learning. And I think for scholars and parents, it was just overwhelming and hard to track and hard to manage. And so I wanted to make sure that I scaled back technology in a meaningful way, making sure that what I was choosing to use in my classroom was effective and was innovative and was adding value to my delivery of content and overall learning experience of students. Specifically, apps and platforms that I use this year would have been Schoology, STEMscopes, all of the Google Suite apps like Slides, Docs, Sheets, Forms, all of those things. Generation Genius, Flipgrid, Lookit, Quizzes, all of those things. We used Edpuzzle, YouTube. I know that's kind of like a controversial thing with education, but I feel like YouTube is there. Kids love YouTube. It is a tool whether we want to address it or not. And so I do use YouTube. I have a YouTube channel that I put recordings on for like different notes or different stations, as well as I select videos and content that I feel like are useful. And YouTube is engaging for students, and so I think if we know our students and know what's going to draw them in, YouTube is one of them. And Lumio Smart for our smart boards, yay! Go Guardian, among other things, I'm sure. This year, I feel like I was able to use technology to expand my understanding of content as well as develop my understanding of content. Two things that I feel like are super helpful, TEKS Resource and Lead Forward, as well as DMAC in there as well. But being able to explore standards and TEKS and understanding at a greater depth, what does this mean? Where were students the last time they learned about this? What were they learning? When did they learn about it last? Where are we going from here? So that vertical alignment, making sure that I know where students' understanding should fall on that content, making sure that I'm aware of common misconceptions, pulling that from TEKS Resource as well, vocabulary and definitions that are aligned with STAR and the state's vocabulary. Let's see here. Lead Forward, being able to pull past STAR questions and address those test-taking skills, giving them the opportunity to be able to dissect questions, like I said. So I feel like that's one of the ways that I grew with technology, is learning how to dig into online content sources, as well as our scope and sequence, obviously. But specifically TEKS Resource, I really feel like I was able to dig in for each unit. And like I said, pull all of those necessary things to be able to deliver the content with a full scope of what the expectations were and how to get them there. With my master's in curriculum and instructions, I have a special focus in STEM, and so there's a lot of things that I was able to learn this past semester dealing with technology specifically. We were able to explore the Lego Mindstorm EV3 robots, which is actually something that we have on campus. I didn't know that. But since starting the projects with my course, I was able to figure out that we have those on campus, and that would be something that was easily transferable to class. And with that, they're assembling robots, coding them, and programming them to do what they want to do, and it's really exciting. I enjoyed it, and so that's something I'm excited to transfer into my classroom for students. I feel like coding is the future in technology literacy, and just understanding technology is something that I feel like is one of the most powerful things we can equip our students with. And so I had previously already started implementing coding in my classroom, but moving forward, that's something that I feel like is super important to offer students, is the ability to learn coding from the very beginning and develop those skills, because I think that right there is empowerment to have all the job opportunities out there, the future of STEM, in my opinion. So I was able to learn coding in a couple of different programs, Scratch, Logo, Turtle, Tinker Coding, several different coding programs, and I was able to explore which ones would be most appropriate for different grade levels. So yeah, like I said, I wish that I was more versed in coding and more exposed to coding at a younger age, and so I think that that's kind of the future of education, is equipping students with the ability to operate technology at a higher level, not just Google Slides and whatever learning platform or app we choose, but transferable skills that will get them a job in the STEM field. Let's see here, a couple of different things. Oh, another thing that I was able to explore was a Makey kit. This was super cool. I'd never even heard of it, but basically it's a program that you can hook to your computer, and you're able to hook different items up and test whether or not they are conductors or insulators. And so that's perfect for 4th and 5th grade TEKS with physical properties. So I'm excited to get to do that in my classroom, and had fun exploring it with my family. Several different things. Lots of Lego programs that are super exciting that I would like to explore more with my classroom. This year we used Chromebooks. We use our smartboard. So exciting. I feel like we are learning so much. Students and I think they are able to teach me so much about technology. But we are learning a lot with the smartboard, different ways that we can use it. So we're already implementing that in class. So I'm super excited about those. We use the Ozobots, which they're the little robots that you can, you're drawing the code in front of them basically and controlling them. Students loved that. That was super exciting for them to use. For communication with parents, I was able to use a couple of different platforms or apps. Our main communication as a team was with the Band app. And that was a new addition this year. We switched from Remind just because I felt like Remind limited a lot of the communication and what you can say. And I enjoyed Band. I do know that there was a struggle with parents who had a scholar in different groups. So like if they had a elementary student and a student that was on our team, they ended up having to have two different apps. So moving forward, I would like to see our campus explore a different app for communication, just because I do feel like Remind is not the best option. But anyways, we enjoyed Band. I'm glad that we explored a new option. It was really effective. I also used email and Facebook as well. Again, social media is sometimes frowned upon, I feel like. But Facebook is an easy way to get pictures and updates out there to parents and share what's going on in our classroom. I know it's not the only way we should be communicating with parents, but I know that that's something that they enjoy, is being able to see what's going on in the classroom. And so for me, I tried to keep them updated with pictures and videos of what we were doing. And I think that also doing that, I was able to share with the complete Tyler campus community of what was going on in our classroom, and parents and students who I don't have yet or are considering, staying or going, they were able to see that, hey, in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade science, these are the exciting things that are going on. And so I think it was just healthy exposure to be able to use social media, as well as an effective way to keep parents involved and informed of what's going on. Overall, I feel like I had effective use of technology this year. Like I said, moving forward, I am excited to implement more innovative technology with coding and robotics, with the content that I've learned in my classes for the STEM portion, at least. So yeah, that is kind of my breakdown of technology. I think technology is so important, and probably one of the most powerful tools and skills that we can give our students is understanding of technology and the skills to work within several different platforms, and so we can get them out there in those STEM jobs one day.